If you want to improve your sales process, this video is for you. I'm Coach Glenn. I help 7-figure entrepreneurs to scale to 8 figures fast. So the first step before I reveal any actual techniques is to map your sales process. We need to visualize it. It doesn't matter. You can have a whiteboard on your wall, you can have an iPad or a piece of paper, even a napkin. It doesn't matter how ugly it will look like. We just need to put visuals because our brain works in a way that when we see the process in visuals, our brain works much more efficient. Let me just give you an example. So for most of you, you will have a website. Can be a landing page or a Shopify. So let's assume you have a landing page, and then you have organic traffic from Instagram. So Insta, and then we go traffic to landing page, and then you have a sale. So just super simple at first, right? Super simple at first, and then we can go into details. So just visualize the sales process. Let's go to the sales process itself. So the first step, all right, let's put it here, lead gen. That's pretty obvious. The second step is to warm your leads up. So warming up. And just to make sure we are on the same page here, warming up means that people start to understand who you are. Either they come from your social media after they watched a couple of your content pieces, or they came from a referral, or they saw an interview with you on a podcast. You might also warm them up directly on your landing page or on your Shopify store. And this is why the social proof is a top priority in warming up leads. And it doesn't matter if you're a retail store, and here you will have hundreds of reviews on Google Map location, or you have a landing page with a video testimonials from real clients with real experiences, all the information about the history of your company, everything that helps us to get trust and warm people up. At the same stage, for most of the businesses, we will also qualify clients. So warming up plus qualifying. So we are qualifying to make sure this client is the right fit for us, right? So in this combination, warming up and qualifying, you surely understand that the higher the price, the more time we spend in here, the more we are warming up people. And step number 3 in the sales process is something that not many people talk about. So step number 3, expectations. And more like creating expectations. Any sale comes with it. People start creating a picture of the future, how they use your product or how they reach out to you and they apply to your service. We are creating expectations, how people will feel, what kind of results they will get. This is the foundation of sales, creating expectations. And of course, it's different expectations for low price and high price products. And let's talk more about expectations, because this is where we have a real secret how to increase your conversion rates. We have 2 extremes. The one extreme is super low, so the expectations are low. So when the expectations are low, it is super hard to close because we didn't promise too much, right? And the people don't even understand, okay, what's the purpose of buying this? I will not get anything from it. So it's hard to close here. So hard to close. At the same time, it's extremely easy to fulfill. So easy to fulfill. So when we keep expectations low, it's easy to deliver on those expectations because there are almost none expectations. So and then we go to another extreme, which is high expectations, right? We'll make it extremely easy to close those leads. If we are promising a lot, if people see themselves benefiting from our services, from our products, it's easy to close on those promises. Here where all the guarantees comes in and all the clients' dreams here are created. However, when the expectations are super high, so you know what happens? It's almost impossible to fulfill. So it's hard to fulfill. And because it's so hard to fulfill, even a small misunderstanding in communication with the client will lead to disappointment. This is where the problems came when the salespeople comes in and then they're like, hey, let me do a good job. And they promise a lot and then the whole company cannot deliver. And here as a business owner, you have to decide, okay, do we have enough social proof so that we can create lower expectations and still close the client, right? And if we don't have any social proof, right, we have to go to the extreme where we have a lot of promises. Because if you don't have any reviews, if no one knows your brand, you have to promise a lot so that someone would buy it, right? So you have to consider a balance here based on your circumstances. You always want to put you in a position where expectations are low and people are still buying. That way, it will be easy to fulfill. However, if your business is young, then you might go into this extreme and you will work hard to fulfill for that. And that's why working on your brand is so important here, by the way, because it will allow you to sell with lower expectations because you have social proof. And during the coaching, based on your unique situations, we understand what kind of expectations should we use to close the people and at the same time to fulfill on our promises. One more thing about expectations, and we talk about expectations here so much because they're the key to your high-efficient sales process. And in any case, wherever you are on the expectations, you have to always over-deliver. And I will tell you the reason for that a bit later. So whatever you do, you over-deliver. Over-delivering. And what is over-delivering? That depends on your product. If you are selling phone cases, putting a sticker will already do the job. But if you're selling luxury yachts, then to over-deliver, you might consider to add a Patek Philippe watch as a gift to over-deliver. And here, after you over-deliver on expectations, right? So over-delivering is during our fourth step. And fourth step is not just a sale, but also trust. Because we were working with expectations during the sale. We are getting trust because we promised, we delivered, we over-delivered, and here we gain trust during the sale. And this is the windows of opportunity because you just gain trust because you over-delivered. That's why the ladder tactics work so well. So after getting trust, it's time to make money. However, it's not the end of the sales process. Here comes the number 5, which is continuity. And continuity means that you have a product and service that people will use and buy for the whole life. So we are creating lifetime clients. That's the only business you should focus on. The business where you have lifetime clients. So it's not like your client's timeline is 1 or 2 years. No, they are with you for the rest of their lives. That's the business you should focus on. That's what you should focus during the product development. What products and services people will still buy from my company for the rest of their lives. Something that's bulletproof, anti-fragile, never-ending sales. And don't forget, even we already have trust, we still, what do? We over-deliver. And then what will happen eventually? You will unlock the secret step number 6. The secret step number 6, when your clients became agents. So step number 6 is clients to agents. So clients to agents means because you are doing such a great job of over-delivering, people who trust you, they're not scared of telling about you to their family and friends. And then you can stop spending money on warming up, because this will become your sales process. That's why your service is important. That's why the client satisfaction is important. It unlocks the secret stage when your sales process will become a never-ending cycle of sales without you spending a dime on ads. And you as a business owner have to work on your products, have to work on understanding your expectations. And of course, I can help you during the business coaching. But first, we will need your time freed up from operations. And you can watch my video on the time management for entrepreneurs. I will put the link in the description. And if you have any questions regarding the sales process improvement, leave it in the comments down below. Stay profitable, your Coach Glenn.